Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the PASHLEY podcast, where laughter is the best medicine.
And pickleball is a close second. I'm Ashley Leroux.
And I'm Patrick Sullivan Jr. It's Wednesday, May 1st.
And we're here in Fountain Hills, Arizona, crushing our intro on our 7th podcast.
Entitled what?
We're beating the odds.
We beat the odds because 80% of podcasts never make it past the 6th episode. Now, I don't know that we have deserved to make it past our 6th episode, but here we are on episode 7, May 1st. We beat the odds, Ashley.
Congratulations. High five.
High five.
All right, what's your joke today, Patrick?
Well, the Johnny joke of the day is, has anyone named their cat GPT yet?
Oh, I get that. Cat GPT.
That joke is actually from Jason Fried, who's the co-founder of 37 Signals, the creator of Basecamp. Jess is calling us. Jess, we're going to have to pause what we're doing. Why would people call during a live podcast, Ashley? Don't they know? Wait, maybe they don't know.
Maybe she didn't check our calendar.
She might not be one of our 4 viewers right now. But Rob Noonan, #1 viewer, is here. Rob, good to see you.
What's up, buddy?
Okay, Ashley, what's one thing that made you laugh?
I'm gonna need you to display this video because it is too freaking good. My sister showed me this video over the weekend and this hit home for me in a lot of ways, so maybe you'll relate. Here you go.
Well, without further ado, Ashley, let me bring it up on the screen. The video that says nothing says happy holidays like this.
It's time for the newest scent from Yankee Candle's holiday collection. Introducing the Get the Out of My House candle. It's the uninviting new fragrance that will let your guests know it's time to get the out of your house. Simply light the candle, and within minutes, unwanted guests will be a thing of the past.
What's it smell?
You mean the Christmas spirit?
Oh, it smells like hot garbage, like someone's microwaving garbage.
Now available in a variety of fragrances, including old shrimp, sweaty Crocs, hot broccoli in a Ziploc bag, and New Jersey. Any one of these are sure to leave your guests with a headache.
Hey, I think I'm gonna get going.
No, you just got here 7 hours ago. Stay.
I'm just gonna go run to the hospital.
Whatever you think is best. Yeah, okay. Scatter. Scatter.
This Christmas, let your guests know it's time to leave.
It's so good.
Wow.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that. That is something that made me laugh.
Fantastic. Hold on.
We have an audio issue here.
Double audios. Well,
Yeah,
right
there
here.
it is. Okay. As much as I want to keep watching that.
And you know how much I love Ryan Reynolds, so
Yes.
That was fantastic.
So what made you laugh, Patrick?
Well, Ash, I was on the rowing machine the other day. We got a new hydro rowing machine, and I was trying to connect my heart rate monitor to that. So I'm scrolling through the apps on my watch, and one of the apps that popped up as I was kind of scrolling through was Memoji. And I was like,
Yeah, Memoji.
who needs to like make a quick emoji on the fly, like from their watch? So you're sitting there, you're like, I can just picture the situation. It's like, oh man, we just got pranked so bad from that McDonald's drive-thru. We should do a Memoji about it. Did you bring your phone? I didn't, but I do have my watch. Hold on, let me make this happen.
Do you have a magnifying glass?
I don't know how to draw on here.
That is funny.
But it's just something that made me laugh, and I thought I would share it with you. Looks like we've got a couple of our fans are back. We've got
Michael Newton. Fig in the house?
Fig in the house. Good to see you as well. We've got Sunil, also vying to be our #1 fan here, saying we're on earlier than our usual 4 p.m. Yeah, we decided to go a little bit earlier so that we can go play pickleball this afternoon.
Yes, so our schedule is fluid.
Don't tell our moms. And also a good follow-up joke. Has anyone named their podcast Cat PDT? It's a good idea. I like it. I'm gonna give you the. I'm gonna give you a 4 out of 5 for that one, Sunil. Laughing at your own jokes, 5 out of 5. That's so New York, so true. And Sunil also threw out, I'm originally from New York, but relocated to Texas. Well, howdy, partner. That's fantastic. So, Ash, what's one thing that you learned?
So I was talking a little bit about how you can put coconut oil on mosquito bites to make them stop itching yesterday. And I happened upon, I think my phone was listening, an Instagram reel, this guy talking about how you can put coffee grounds in the bottom of a jar and light them on fire, and then it's a good mosquito repellent. So apparently the grounds will like burn for a while, and you can just kind of take it outside with you and it'll keep the mosquitoes away. I have not tested this.
How do you think it smells? Burning coffee
Probably
grounds.
like burnt coffee, but it couldn't be any worse than any other repellent out there.
True, and it's just,
So,
you've already used it, right?
The
Are
link
these
is in the show notes. You can watch the video on how the guy does it, but
very
pretty
useful.
simple.
Are these used coffee grounds or unused? You wouldn't want to waste
unused.
good coffee. But now you're
How are
wasting
you gonna
good
light
coffee.
like wet coffee grounds? How are you
After
gonna
they
light
dry
that?
out. A hairdryer?
They're fresh. They don't have to be freshly ground, but they are ground, like dry grounds.
Well, they have to be ground if they're, oh, not freshly ground. Yeah, they're ground.
What is something you learned, Patrick?
Okay, in a totally different subject matter, I was learning last night as I was scrolling through my Twitter that 1 to 2 pounds per week is actually sort of a healthy weight loss goal. And I thought, okay, that's good. You know, last week on the podcast, we talked about our 100-day endurance challenge and the experimental formula that we're working on of 3 secret ingredients that we're not yet going to reveal. And I was like, okay, I built a spreadsheet. I'm tracking how much I can like sort of lose, but I don't even know what a good goal is. I would say, you know, if I look at myself in the mirror, there's a little bit around the old waist that could possibly go. And 100 days is 14 weeks. So in 14 weeks, if I were to lose 14 pounds, that seems like a decent target for me. What's your reaction?
I think that's pretty fast.
Are you calling me fat?
Fast. With an
Okay.
S. Fast. It's fast.
I heard fat.
Well, this is a you problem, and somebody needs therapy.
How much time do they have?
Not enough, my dear. Not enough.
On our weekly pulse, today Jigsaw had our weekly pulse meeting. We do it once a week. It's the one weekly recurring meeting that we have. Not a big fan of meetings. Am a big fan of the weekly pulse meeting. And Johnny, author of most of these Johnny jokes, was talking. We were talking about the endurance challenge, and one of the things that he was saying is that the scale is not necessarily a good barometer, which makes sense because sometimes if you're also working out and losing weight, you might actually be the same weight,
Or
but
gain
you're
weight.
what did I say?
You might gain weight if you're gaining muscle.
Yeah, if you're gaining muscle, good point. So gaining muscle is a very good thing. It's very good for our bodies to have muscle. I could probably stand to gain a little bit of muscle too. So now I'm kind of conflicted, and I think as a result, what we're going to have to do is maybe have Johnny on tomorrow's episode
Yes.
as a special guest because
Because he can do a backflip, but also he knows a lot about muscles, and he's got very large muscles.
yes, he does. So, yeah, that'll be fun, a little peek to that. But in general, I guess a good sort of healthy way to think about weight loss is 1 or 2 pounds per week is like a healthy goal. So, Ashley, let's maybe check in on the comments, shall we, before we get to the one thing you loved?
Absolutely.
Okay. We got Michael Newman.
Newton.
Wow, I'm reading
Oh,
Newman.
let's skip this one.
Yeah, so that's a good teaser for a future episode, Mike.
When you are a guest on our podcast,
Oh, that's going to be great.
and you can air your grievances.
Yeah, well, he says your fans will love it, and I'm sure that our
They
fans
will.
will enjoy meeting you, Fig Newton. This is
Yes.
going to be fantastic. This is also a nice little comment from Rob. Lose too much weight and you will have to buy new jumpsuits. Well, funny story about that. In one of the YouTube comments, someone said that DJ Pickle looked a little chubby in the orange jumpsuit. So that was about 9 months ago.
Is that when you went on your diet?
That's when I started to kind of go on a diet. So it turns out public shaming works.
Not recommended, but.
Not recommended, but public shaming does work a little bit. Sunil, I see your comment. We'll get to that maybe a little bit. Michael Newton, yes, he says deal.
Yeah, you guys are in for a treat.
Okay, so Ash, what's one thing that you love?
I am loving breakfast on the patio right now before it becomes an oven.
Yes.
Here, which is like literally any day now. When you wake up early and go out in the sun, it's actually nice out still.
Here in Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah, here in Phoenix, Arizona,
Hills.
it's hot. Summer is going to be brutal, but I'm just savoring every last cool-ish morning that I can until we hit the triple digits.
And then we'll go to Flagstaff.
Then we'll go to Flagstaff.
We'll be broadcasting from Flagstaff this summer.
And, you know, maybe Japan, maybe some other place. Who even knows where we're going to be? But we're planning to take you guys with us, all 5 of you.
I can't wait to talk about the DJ Pickle Goes to Tokyo story, but that's a teaser for a future episode. We're still working on some Breaking Pickleball Part 2 pre-production logistics, but that's going to be pretty fun. So,
Patrick, what is
Yes.
one thing you love?
well, one thing I love is your daily writing. You started a practice using an app, which you talked about on the podcast, about the things that sort of prompt you each day. And you really are a good writer.
Thank you.
I don't think you give yourself enough credit. And I really appreciate that this app is spurring you on. I want to read what you wrote yesterday. Can I? What?
Sure. It's on Twitter. I mean, if people just want to go there.
Yeah, it's on Twitter, but I think I should read it. It's sort of like what we said the other day, where it's like you have to at least, you can't just tease everything. You got to read some of it.
Okay.
And this one I really liked because you were being vulnerable on it. So this is Ashley writing on Twitter. And if you're not following Ashley, you really should. At the Ashley Leroux. Follow her on Twitter. She's she needs some followers.
He's my promotional person. So.
We did cover in the past how I am your stalker, both online and offline.
Yes, this is true.
So, Ashley from yesterday, what I learned from a recent setback. I fought through the devastation. I slowly began to learn about and embrace the power of gratitude in the midst of turmoil. New doors were opened, and I was ready and willing to walk through them. I realized that this happened for me, not to me. It's made me a better version of myself, and I'm grateful. The setback was a blessing. What have you learned from your recent setback?
No one answered.
Wait a second, I replied.
Oh, you did?
I did reply. I did.
I don't see any reply.
I wrote a reply last night.
Maybe you forgot to hit send.
This is so...
It's okay. It's
You
a
kids-
learning process, Patrick.
I'm so old. Technology is so hard.
Yeah.
You guys, we are Gen Xers struggling through a millennial world.
Struggle's real.
And it is difficult. Each day, she and I want to throw our devices a little bit as we run into one issue or another with technology. I think what I wrote yesterday was, I remember the first line of what I wrote. What is one thing I learned from a recent setback? I learned that I'm more resilient than I thought I was. And I feel like I'm pretty resilient. Like, you would tell me if I'm not. No, am I not? You're looking at me like maybe I'm not.
Well, no, you go ahead.
No.
No, of course you're resilient. I do think that.
But I think I'm even more resilient than I think.
And you think you're very resilient.
Yeah, it's kind of a
I
compliment.
was laughing at the
sandwich.
compliment that you weaved in there for yourself. I thought that was creative.
Thank you very much. We even have Karen Mitchell jumping in to
Oh,
say,
hi, Karen.
and her biggest fan.
Yes.
That's true. I am your biggest fan, always. Okay, so.
I would like to jump in on something I'm digging right now.
Oh, yes, let's get to it. Ash, what are you
because
digging?
Last night was Taco Tuesday, and I take our tacos very seriously.
Yes, you do.
I'm gonna be a show and tell again. This brand of tortillas,
I'll hold it.
it's called Rise and Puff. It is the only brand of tortilla that I have found that has really clean ingredients. It is artisan aged flour, pure avocado oil, and sea salt, and that is it.
And that's it.
They taste amazing. You just put them on a pan for like 30 seconds each side, and they basically kind of cook that way, and they're ready to go, and they are delicious. It's kind of like, they taste like if you got homemade tortillas in Mexico or something like that, but very healthy. So
Yes, can confirm they are delicious. We use a little flat pan to warm them up. They cook very fast. And pro tip, you took the upsell.
the tortilla warmer was a clutch upsell, because then you can do all the tortillas ahead of time, put them into the warmer, and you're like good to go.
It's just like a little warm pocket.
Keeps them warm for a long time.
I was super surprised by this because it's like a tortilla blanket,
Yes.
insulated blanket that keeps the tortillas warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Patrick, what is one thing you're digging?
First of all, I'm digging your transitions. I feel like episode 7, you're really handing it back to me.
It's because we
super
made it
well.
past this episode 6 do or die moment.
So now the podcast is good.
I wouldn't go that far. But.
Yeah, not that far yet. Actually, Ben Johns asked me, shout out to Ben Johns. Maybe he's one of our 4 viewers because I told him the podcast was starting in 15 minutes.
He does not get on social media, so I don't think he's watching.
He doesn't even have it installed on his phone, so probably not. But if you are watching, Ben, hi. We're doing this to push forward and get better. That's basically what I told him. I said, we have a pod. He was like, hey, what have you guys been up to? I said, well, we started a podcast. It's not very good yet.
Yes, keyword yet.
Keyword yet, and that's a secret in life. So what I actually wrote into the show notes is every morning on the Tonal, I have been doing a 10-minute yoga session called back therapy. And I particularly like this because I like doing yoga, but I like 10 minutes of yoga.
Yeah.
I don't like 30 minutes. If I'm going to do a 30-minute workout, I really would like to get either some weightlifting, which is my preferred, or the row. I did a 20-minute HIIT workout row where it's like you really pump yourself. So those 2 things I like. But what I found is that the back therapy yoga, there's just a couple of moves. It really helps to stretch my back out at...
And you've had some back problems recently, so
I have.
you feel like you're being preventative with this. Is that what you're thinking?
That's exactly right. So Tonal is, it's a very, very cool device. We have really gotten
Check it out if
into
you don't know anything about them, but
humble brag, I cracked the top 100 the other day.
okay.
Out of 77,000 people working out on Tonal over the last 30 days, I cracked the top 100. We'll just do a live catch up now to see where I'm at.
everyone is on the edge of their seat right now.
Well, hold them on pins and needles. You know the rule is when there's 2 people working together
we
and one person is trying to find the thing, the other person keeps talking.
We have not dropped 1 viewer since you started talking about your workout.
Shoot, I fell out.
And
Well,
everyone is so into this right now.
I know. Okay, so Ash, why don't you announce out of 70,609 participants, I'm
You
out.
are number 215.
215, y'all. Check it. I really,
They can't see it.
I know. There we go.
There it is.
215. So I fell out of the top 100, but I did the hydro today. I didn't do a weightlifting, so maybe that's the reason for that.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Ash, why don't you hit us with a couple of randoms? I feel like we're getting good on time here. What are the randoms?
Well, I feel like we're running a little bit short for my random. I might save it for tomorrow. But I know you wanted to talk about your sauna confession of the day.
True. Sauna is part of the morning routine, and I stack it with a guided meditation using the Brain Tap app. This morning, at the end of the 20-minute sauna session, I always have some sort of moment of like inspiration, and it's crazy because you kind of never know where it's coming from. But you can see it on my Instagram story, Patrick Sullivan Jr. on Instagram if you follow me. I revealed that we had an initial meeting with the production company that we began working with to pitch Breaking Pickleball to the top tier providers. So they reached out and didn't do like the full pitch. They did a sort of a test the water, exploratory, here's the trailer kind of a thing. And they sent that to Netflix and Amazon and Apple and Hulu, the biggest providers that there are. And they said there doesn't seem to be much interest. And I was kind of like...
They think maybe pickleball is a little bit too small of a sport.
Yes, they say the big, let's call them big TV, thinks that pickleball is a niche sport that people don't really watch. It's fun to play, not fun to watch. That's actually the words from Netflix. So my resiliency maybe kicked in as I was going through the meditation. And I was kind of like, you know what? Where there's a will, there's a way. This documentary, it really is good. We had about 15,000 or so people watch it over the course of the last month. And the feedback that we got is, except from one guy.
Outstanding.
Yeah, one guy that was like, I only made it through half of episode 1. I found that review today. I was like, this is hilarious. Because there's 100+ reviews that are like, this is amazing. You made pickleball look so great. It's fantastic. This is going to be amazing. So, yeah, it's kind of where there's a will, there's a way, and we will find a way to get this documentary, Breaking Pickleball. It's so uplifting. It's so well done. The team did such a good job. And it's kind of weird to talk about something that you're in. I don't feel like it's about us.
No.
As Chris Heddings said, Chris Heddings was a member of the Gilbert Gladiators, and he was featured in episode 4. He said, there's not 5 teams in the Arizona Pickleball League. There's 6 teams. The Jigsaw production, customer happiness team, hospitality team, the Orchard Pickleball team, you guys that put this on for us to play in, you were the 6th team. And I guess I just have this element of like, we're going to figure it out. And I think we had another discussion today with our production team after my sauna confession that gave us, sounds funny, I think gave us more hope and gave them an angle to see it as a different way to pitch it, in particular to Amazon. Because think about this, guys, and I don't mind sharing our secrets. In fact, I feel like that's what the PASHLEY Pod is about, sharing the secrets. So if you're Amazon, you're the largest e-commerce website in America. You account for 50 cents of every dollar spent online in America. You've sold $100 million, $200 million worth of pickleball equipment in the last year. Also, you know, if you're Amazon, all of the Amazon people that added a pickleball paddle to their shopping cart and didn't check out. So why not?
Or did check out.
Or did check out. No, but think about or did check out. But
because they like pickleball.
Yeah, but this is, for Amazon, if they were to look at this as like a cart abandonment technique, where they're like, oh, we're going to put onto Amazon Prime, let's say there's 1 million people that added a pickleball paddle to their shopping cart and then didn't buy it.
Yeah.
That's 1 million people that Amazon, the next, could display on the front page of Amazon Prime Video, Breaking Pickleball, documentary, sports documentary. If someone were to watch that, maybe they would end up like our nephew Declan in Seattle, who binge watched with his family, my sister Colleen, and they binge watched, I think, 4 episodes on a Saturday night. And he was like, let's go play pickleball tomorrow. He wanted to go play pickleball because of watching Breaking Pickleball. Is it possible that Amazon might see that as a pathway to, this could yield a lot of money, and can we convince them to give us a cut of those sales, those cart abandons? Probably not, but let's ask for it. Let's see what happens. I don't know. I'm just like,
we
I'm
still
resilient.
have a plan. We have a contingency plan that are already, the wheels are in motion. So we'll
Correct.
keep you guys posted on how things progress for us.
So let's hit a couple comments here before we sign off. We got Rob Noonan saying resilient sounds like a cologne or a perfume. I kind of like that. Maybe there should be something like that. We also have my sister Karen coming back with nice humble brag, P.
That was a while ago, but yes, that was.
And as somebody said, this is social media. You're supposed to brag. You're supposed to let people know what you're good at, what you've accomplished. We made a documentary. We've sold some vitamins. We have a really crappy podcast.
This was actually about your tonal standings in the leaderboard.
Oh, yeah. Whoops.
But who's counting?
Oh, we've got Sunil saying, have you tried approaching the tennis channel? They seem to be supporting pickleball relevant content. The answer is we have not approached Tennis Channel, but we are connected to them. Tennis Channel is owned by Sinclair, and Sinclair Media also helped to launch the offshoot, which is Pickleball Channel or Pickleball TV? Yeah.
Pickleball TV.
Pickleball TV. That is a network that's currently owned in joint venture by the Tennis Channel and PPA. They've written a really nice article, a couple of articles on pickleball.com about the documentary. And quite frankly, I think that we certainly can get Breaking Pickleball to there. No offense, but that platform is not huge. We have a bigger audience, I think, and a bigger chance just going direct to consumer on YouTube. But
it's not a bad suggestion.
It's not a bad suggestion, and I think we will probably go there later. And then Sunil followed up that comment with a, I like where this is going, Patrick. By the way, if you compliment me, you will almost always get your compliment in the show notes in the podcast. Yes. So Sunil said, I like where this is going. I think he's referring to when I was talking about Amazon picking it up as a way to improve their cart abandons. Yeah. So use Breaking Pickleball as an advertising method to motivate people to buy pickleball equipment and play the sport. And by the way, to purchase some Jigsaw Health pickleball cocktail. Because the more you play pickleball, the more you're gonna need your electrolytes. So yeah, it's, I would say, a fairly obvious marketing technique that we're doing here where one, we fell in love with pickleball. Two, we love it as a sport and a community, and it's something that we can be legitimately a part of. So supporting the sport that leads to selling more electrolytes, Jigsaw products, it's a win-win. It's a win-win. It's a win for us as a business, and it's a win for you as a pickleballer. That's the way it should be. So, Ash, Karen said, thanks for landing that joke, Ash.
Anytime. That's what I'm here for.
Oh, we've got Kelly Chambers jumping in. Love you both and Jigsaw Health.
All right.
Hey, Kelly. It's been a long time. Say hi to Keith for us. Hope you guys are doing great, and hope we get to see you up in Flagstaff this summer, since when we live in the valley, we hardly ever connect, but when we're up in Flagstaff, at least we get to connect. So that's pretty fun. Ashley, did you have any randoms here that we needed to cover?
No, just wanted to remind you guys that we are next week going full YouTube on the PASHLEY Pod YouTube channel for all of these epic podcasts. So we'll keep reminding you of that. We're going to keep going live on these same channels at least tomorrow. And then we will be off until probably next Monday or Tuesday. And then we'll be back. But we'll be, we're still figuring out our schedule and the timing and everything. So, hang tight.
Hang tight. So one more note, Breaking Pickleball, you can get access for free to episodes number 1 and number 2 if you go to breakingpickleball.com. Those 2 episodes are still on a free preview. If you want to buy access to all 6, you can also purchase that at breakingpickleball.com. But, go ahead, take the free trial, take us up on that, and enjoy. And then a little teaser for an upcoming episode. We're not quite ready to talk about it. You put it in the show notes. Let's tease it.
Oh, yes, how AI wrote a press release for Secret Coffee.
We used a bot to write the world's greatest press release.
It has not been released yet.
And Secret Coffee is a secret project that we have been working on as part of a Jigsaw HQ master expansion. And we figure if we're going to expand and we've got some extra space, maybe we make it sort of a coffee shop theme. And then next thing you know, one thing leads to another, one thing leads to another. I don't know. Lots of fun. We have a great team.
Maybe we'll be doing the pod live from Secret Coffee in a few months.
Now,
I don't
that
know.
would be cool.
That's a good teaser. Thank you
right.
guys. We'll see you soon.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.